all caught wind of them, discussed them, and possibly found them on Google. However, at last, a large portion of us likely figured a full estimate electric dirt bike is a costly and illogical curiosity cruiser just those with profound pockets could bear to add to their toy accumulation. As of recently, Alta Motors has quite recently discharged a redesigned 2018 Redshift MX display, and in addition its all-new Redshift MXR, and we at long last got the chance to toss a leg over both, not exclusively to check whether they satisfied the build-up, however how they stack up to their gas-copying rivals. Before I begin discussing the bicycles, I need to state that I'm much the same as you 99% who have most likely never ridden an Alta. I've for a long while been itching to perceive what all the object was about and figure out how comparative, or extraordinary, they were contrasted with a standard gas-fueled bicycle. Truly, I was a little terrified once I was at long last sitting on one all equipped and prepared to go, more apprehensive, trust it or not, than the first run through giving the grip a chance to out on a CR500, to place that in context. With each of the 120 feet-pounds of torque quickly accessible at the counter shaft on the MX at any throttle position, including scarcely open, and 147 on the MXR, I didn't know how the Redshift would take off. I imagined myself circling out before finishing one lap at Paris Raceway and running home with my tail between my legs. Luckily, I had Derek Dorestein, Alta's fellow benefactor and CTO, disclose to me that there were 4 diverse yield maps the rider could without much of a stretch flip through by means of a straightforward switch on the left handlebar. Guide 1, the Eco Mode, was the mildest, the setting you would instruct your NOOB cousin how to ride in, as Derek put it, culminate. I figured I'd begin there and spare myself some potential shame before bourbon throttling to internet ignominy before all the Alta executives on their sparkling new cruiser. Maps 2 through 4, Sport, Performance and Overclocked, expanded the power yield step by step, with 4 tossing out everything you can deal with, however higher yield clearly constrains battery life. Putting on a show to snatch the grip and moving into first as the Alta folks looked on shaking their heads, we were off. Derek was correct. Outline was in fact really mellow, and it wasn't before a couple of 100 feet I knew I wouldn't be here long. Up to delineate, affirm. At that point 3, okay. Presently 4, here we go. The 2018 Redshift MX cases to make 42 horsepower with 120 feet-pounds of torque, comparable drive numbers to, or much more, at times, than any current 250cc motocrosser. The 2018 Redshift MX show has a couple of noteworthy overhauls and updates over the 2017. For one thing, it makes 2 more horses, measures 2 pounds less, 265 pounds, and takes just 2 hours to totally charge on 220 volts, down from more than 2 hours previously. In any case, pass on. The greatest change comes as its value, which was $14,995 a year ago and just $10,495 if you somehow managed to stroll into the merchant today. Now we're talking. All in all, what else does $10,495 get you? The Redshift MX has WP segments at the 2 finishes, with a 4CS shut cartridge fork in the front and a 5018 connection right stun in the back, both offering full customizability. Above. At that point there's the 120 feet-pounds of torque with a solitary speed transmission that requires no changing, has you at the same time in 1st and 5th gear in the meantime, allegorically, which implies you can manufacture speed in a remarkable rush. Luckily there's a couple of Brembos to scour that speed with a 2-cylinder caliper/260mm rotor combo in advance and a solitary cylinder/240mm circle twosome out back. Steel twisted brake lines are a decent touch and present some strong and fantastically responsive feel, which is particularly essential on unpleasant, uneven rough terrain territory. It has other first-rate stuff like Warp 9 Elite Haggles Battlecross X30 tires, so there's no compelling reason to buy costly, amplified resellers Exchange XL or DID wheel sets. In any case, enough with such a lot of exhausting specialized language. For $10,495 you know you're getting some quality crap. Things being what they are, what's it get a kick out of the chance to ride?